going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Fan Spectrum. We got a special guest with us, one of the biggest Jets fans I know, to the point where he even named his son Jet. We got Double A in the building, representing the Jet brand.
What's up?
Do you want to discuss a little bit about the Jetty brand, Bo? I know you got some really good stuff going on over there, man. And I'm really pleased to talk about it. Let us know what the Jetty brand's about.
Yeah, thank you. Well, the Jetty brand is just me and my son running the company. We came up with the coloring book. It's called Three Cultures in One Family. It's basically about his life, seeing life through his eyes, because he's Haitian and Mexican, and you get to see both his worlds through the book. But we're working on a lot of things coming up. So stay tuned.
Nice, awesome, man. Definitely excited, bro. Definitely excited.
Sir. Thank you.
And I mean, to name your son after your favorite football team, bro. I give you credit, man. I know a lot of dads out there.
At least it works, man. At least it works. I couldn't name my son Bear.
Right.
What's up, Bear?
But,
I know, right?
For a good segue to the Jets, man. I am, a big talk to the Jets with Zach Wilson. And they got a lot of new faces. New coach, new quarterback. I definitely think it's going to be a good year for the Jets, man. And let's get into it with Zach Wilson, bro. I am very excited. I will be honest, I've never heard of Zach Wilson until the draft actually was in Fox.
Same here.
But I from what I've seen, man, I did some research on him. I'm definitely excited. I think that guy has a lot of potential. I saw his stats compared to Trevor Lawrence, and he actually has a better season on paper. Granted, Trevor Lawrence had COVID and all that stuff, and different opponents, different division, but it's just the same likeliness as Trevor Lawrence. So you have that comparison with those two guys as to 1 and 2, and I think it's gonna be definitely a good year for Zach Wilson. I was watching the Chris Sims, he does his whole top 40 quarterbacks, and he had Zach Wilson pretty high up. He had him over Justin Fields.
I think he had him over. I think he had him over Trevor at one point.
I think so too. He said he had a better year than he believed he had a better year than Trevor Lawrence, which that's a lot to say, man. And I'm excited, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, he definitely had a better year than Trevor Lawrence, but a lot of knock is that the level of competition was not as high as Trevor Lawrence. But I mean, if you can see a good football player, then you have a good football player.
It's like Pat Mahomes, bro.
Right.
He had great stats, great season. He ain't have the best competition, but hey,
right.
It definitely transfers some ways. There's something good about him. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. He reminded me, and when the draft happened, he reminded me of Khalil Mack. I don't know if you remember that draft. He wasn't drafted very high, but when he went through the combine, because I forgot what school he came from.
He went to Buffalo.
He went to Buffalo. Yeah, which is a small school, not much competition, but he had a great combine, and then he moved all the way up to number 2, and look what kind of player he is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of compare him to like that type of player when he came out of the draft. But I'm loving. I don't know if it's the New York media getting to my head, but I'm loving
the
this.
Jets
Zach
have been waiting
Wilson
for this.
pick.
Yeah, no, the Jets have been waiting for this. You guys are like in the same boat as the Bears. You guys haven't really had a quarterback face since name it for you guys. I mean, we've never had it in general since probably McMahon, who wasn't even he
wasn't even like the right.
We wasn't even.
I mean, y'all had some good. Y'all had some good quarterbacks here and there, but not like not somebody
franchise-changing quarterbacks.
Yeah,
franchise-changing quarterbacks.
Right, and it's crazy because New York and Chicago, we've been suffering for years.
What's nice for Zach Wilson is what's nice for New York Jets fans is it's a fresh, whole new aspect. There's a new coach. There's a new offense. There's a new defense. There's a new quarterback. Regardless, you're going into camp, going into seasons with high expectations because everything is new. It's like a fresh air. Like somebody's like this fresh. You got Gaze out. You got Darnold out. And what I felt, not necessarily like Darnold was bad, but Darnold, they never build around Darnold. And I think that was on the Jets part. But now I feel like the Jets are doing it the right way. They went and drafted Tucker, who's a lineman. They went out and drafted a running back. They went out there and they got players to help Zach Wilson, like to make sure when he comes into the building, he's gonna have an impact. And New York Jets is like how the Bears are. They're defensive minded first. So the coaches that do the best are defensive minded coaches. So you bring in a coach that's got a defensive mind. You're going to build that defense up. You're going to also like add depth. You want to add depth to the old line, add depth to cornerback. He brought in a familiar face in Ronald Blair from San Francisco. So it's gonna look nice, man. Like it's gonna look really good. Like I feel like the Jets are gonna have a good chance to compete in their division this year for sure, versus they had in any other year.
Most definitely. And the crazy thing is, since this new regime is in, it's a great feeling. You know what I mean? It's something like we haven't had in a long time. But just keep in mind, I think they did say we have the youngest offense in the league. Like we're like overhauling offense with rookies. The only veteran I probably know is probably like Jamison Crowder or George Fant.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's necessarily a bad thing. Like I mentioned it when we talked about Bears, that having a young team ain't bad. You have, for instance, the LA Rams is a great example. They all started young and they got to a Super Bowl. So not having a young team isn't always necessarily bad. It's just getting that chemistry. It's mainly on the coach. It's mainly on the coach at that point.
I'm just saying, like not only with the new coach, this is his first time coaching. There's going to be a lot of learning curve in the first year. So, like my expectation for them is not so. It's going to be, they're going to be really competitive, but it's going to be a lot of learning from the coaches down to the players, because we have a lot of first year guys that's on the team.
And what's nice is, regardless of how that season ends, there's positive outtake like that. You're going to see growth. You're going to see growth. They're going to see growth. Like that's what I would take the most out of that season is, maybe they're not, going to win every game. Yeah, maybe they're not going to go, to be a playoff team. But at the end of the day, you want to see growth. You want to see them becoming better. And like they're not the only team that got a rookie quarterback in that division. You got the Patriots that went. They're Mac Jones and they're learning, and they have a great quarterback in their division. In Allen, that's like Josh Allen's a great, person to look up to in that division. From that standpoint, is like maybe Zach Wilson is the next Josh Allen, or maybe he'll be better. Like and that's what you want, is better. But like at the end of the day, it's a division with younger quarterbacks where you're going to see a lot of growth in that division, and that's going to become competitive all over again. Where it's going to be, because you got Tua too. Like everybody's Miami's got Tua. Like every team's got a quarterback that is ready to make an impact.
That division's going to be.
It's crazy. They were writing them off.
Yeah, those are teams. Those are all teams. Like they they got Waddle, right? I think, if I'm correct, from Alabama,
right?
Like
which
Miami,
he played with, I think, right?
Which he played with Tua.
Yeah, he played with.
Those are like, dude, they're like a lot of that division has been low key, even though like they've had teams that have been bad, but like they're building for the future. Like they're building for their future. So it's gonna be nice to see.
NFC North. It's crazy. I'm liking this year's NFL season because it's a lot of potential everywhere in the sense of quarterbacks, definitely, but
it's the interest.
And
it's the interest.
People moving around is crazy.
The amount of interest, the amount of not knowing what teams are going to be, and exactly seeing players grow. Like the first time in a long time where you have a lot of rookie quarterbacks starting, I think, in 1 year, or at least be potential starters.
Do you think Zach Wilson could be Rookie of the Year next year?
Oh, that's good. That's. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Not yet. I don't think so.
You don't think he's not ready yet? Do you think he's going to start? Do you think he's going to start?
No, he's definitely going to start.
That's no-brainer. Yeah.
No-brainer. Who's our backup quarterback?
I don't know. I don't think you even have one. No, he's like definitely starting. That's a no-brainer. Facts. Okay. I think he is. Just to prove a point. Like we ain't taking nobody.
I'm just saying. Like, do you think he's going to break out like a Justin Herbert?
Man, Justin Herbert, though, the reason why Justin Herbert's breakout was so nice is because the expectations weren't that high. Like, he was like, okay, like, he's going to, like, we'll keep an eye on Justin Herbert. And he just skyrocketed, and it was like, wow, this kid's a beast. So with Zach Wilson being the second pick, he's got high expectations, man. Like, that's a lot of pressure, especially for a team that's hungry to win. And, looking back at their last good quarterback that took him to the playoffs was Mark Sanchez. Like, and the Sanchez, the guy was called the Sanchez for a reason. And I loved Mark Sanchez when he was a rookie. Like, I enjoyed that Jets team. That was a fun Jets team to watch. But yeah, dude, he's got a lot. He's got a lot on his plate in terms of expectations. But will he? That kind of hurts. I feel like that hurts his chances at Rookie of the Year because of that. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence.
Right, and it's a big test for him too. It's like the NFL set him up to throw him in the fire because like week 1 we have Darnold. You know what I mean? So it's like
that's true. That's very true.
Playing in New York, if Darnold plays a better game than Zach Wilson, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, Darnold!
Yeah.
Darnold,
was it the right move?
Was it the right move? Is Zach Wilson really the quarterback?" So it's like
off the bat,
there's so much pressure for him already, starting week 1 to actually put on a good performance.
We'll see what happens, man. It's definitely going to be exciting, and a lot of people are going to want to watch. He's definitely going to be that prime time dude. So that's good for New York Jets football, man. I'm glad to see.
I can't wait.
I'm glad to see them. I'm glad to see them on the prime time stage. I've been waiting for Jets ever since Rex Ryan was there, man. I was always a decent fan of the Jets. I always liked the fan base you guys had, man. Like what was it, Fireman Ed?
Yeah, Fireman Ed. Yeah.
Actually,
it's crazy. It's crazy. I think once Rex left, he took a year off. Like they said he retired. I was like, damn, like we went that bad. Like Fireman Ed left.
That's crazy, bro.
But when he came back when we got Jamal Adams. So
what? So as a New Yorker, why did you choose the Jets over the Giants? I was just curious. I'm just curious.
So it's crazy. When I lived in Brooklyn, my uncle, he was a big Giants and Jets fan, but he's more like a Giants fan. And my brother, he's a big Giants fan. So I just went against the grain and said, you know what? I'm a Jets fan. And at the time, the Jets were actually good. They were like, it was 98. I remember because they were 1 win away from the Super Bowl and we lost to the Broncos. And I was like, that's my team. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to win the Super Bowl next year. Little did I know it was going to be,
like a little bit later after that, that's the Chad Pennington era. I think
the Chad Pennington era. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. That was fun. I mean, they've been through a lot. We as Bears fans, we definitely understand.
Yeah, man. Any last remarks towards the Jets, guys? I think that was a really good conversation.
Hey, man. Zach Wilson has a lot to prove.
Aaron, what do you see the record being this year?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I would say the Jets, if they play, really, if Zach Wilson has a pretty good year, I could see them winning about 6 or 7 games.
Okay.
And that's
I was going to go that route. 6. I was going to say 6 and 11
games.
Right. 6 and 11.
I forgot they have the 17th game this year.
Yeah.
I forgot.
No more 6 and 10 and 6 and 11. Yeah, I say 6 and 11. That's where I told Romeo the Bears would be if the Bears were to be around that area too. For sure.
We'll see what happens, man. I'm definitely interested.
Definitely excited though.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be our talks for the Jets. Be sure to enjoy that season, Aaron.
Most definitely.
Have a good one, man.
Jets. Let's go.
Hey.
Fast Spectrum, baby.